hijacking this. Sorry, just that I never get to speak to Shuli because, like I say,
Yeah.
he also ignores me.
Just
So don't worry.
hit up Vince. He's giving up my number. Call me.
Yeah, yeah, just take that number. With regards to, maybe mentioning Vince a little bit here, unfortunately, with the Dabbling Dan stuff, I was listening to Rocco when you called in, and I think you said that you essentially got told by Vince that about Dabbling Dan was looking to speak about something. Was that kind of it? I
No,
might have slightly missed what you said, and then you started receiving messages right afterwards.
no. What I was talking about was Vince when John went to Atlantic City.
Yeah.
The guy who picked him up was Dabbling Dan, and so that's all I knew from Vince was the guy that picked up John was Dabbling Dan. Once Dabbling Dan started started talking about him more on his show,
and after that, was that when you started receiving like messages every so often?
It's
from
probably a couple months or something, a month after. Yeah, it was a few months.
So it's clearly Vince then, right? Who's kind of
I don't know.
Sounds like a Vince thing to do.
I've been in a relationship with Vince for 9 years. Turns out it's not even Vince, you know. No, I you never know in this fucking Dabbleverse.
Okay.
People, even that one day you're like, I don't even know that person, you know. So
yeah,
it is what it is. A lot of it was like I didn't really give a shit if it was Dabbling Dan or not. Just mentioning his name and us communicating is enough to tweak John, and so that was fine for me.
Well, speaking of Vince, when we were recording with Shuli, with Levy earlier, there was potentially Vince left this message. So
Shuli, why not tell the truth? Why Bob left? Huh? Gina.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If that is Vince or whatever.
So the question implies that Bob goes on the air, says why he left, and now I need to tell my truth or repeat what he said because he explained himself. What do you need to hear from me? He's the one who left. Nobody threw him out.
He did say though that he had tried to set up like a meeting to talk to the Shuli network. Beg your pardon?
With the lads. With the lads. That's like that.
The fucking lads. Yeah. A big fucking full of lads for a fucking meeting at the pub. A17. Yeah, so
don't get distracted, Hughezy. Come on, you had a question.
Yeah. I'm gonna tangent down to the shoulder and then we'll get this soundboard.
Shut the fuck up, you shut your fucking mouth!
Turd!
Yeah, but so Bob said that he'd tried to speak up, set up a meeting to talk to you gangsters, but it was there was no what's
just
to
clear the air, essentially. Yeah, like to kind of make sure everything's cool. Yeah,
he texted us and said, "I'd like to explain why I left," and I think the majority of us were like, you kind of explained it on numerous shows, numerous times. Like, what's there to really explain? Like, you weren't happy, you left. So, you left.
You've been friends with him for a long time, Shuli. You always say that you two are great friends. You're still great friends, whatever. And that's fine. Like, you move on, whatever. Like you're still doing what you're doing. He's doing what he's doing. Like, surely, like it would be nice if you kind of went, look, I know maybe I'm a little bit. Like maybe you did it in a way that I didn't like, or maybe I'm absolutely fine with it. But he's kind of, in his Bob way, offering an olive branch so you can still be those friends who did a good few years of shows together and then might do shows in the future.
Yeah,
so
Bob and I,
meet up, have a beer, kiss and make up, and everything be fine.
I get it, but this is where the internet kind of runs with things. Bob and I have spoken. We did meet.
Okay, Bob.
He did explain to me his reasoning, and that's between us. And I don't hate the guy, and I support the guy. And like I said, I've always been a fan of his shit, and always will be. And any way we can help, we will.
There you go. They've already met. They've already met Hughezy. It's fine.
But that's literally what I said the night we announced he left. So it's like that hasn't changed.
Yeah. And I even said to him that from experience from working for Conan, that there's been times when the YouTube channel has made literally like 5-figure income, and then the next month it barely hits 4-figure each. Like YouTube, like it seems like a great idea. Let's all set up a show and we'll do all this shit together. But financially, it's not sustainable enough, and it's actually going to be better for Bob in the long run to be doing his own show, because now he can do it all.
Yeah,
and he can keep it all. And also, he asked me to play this.
Turd.
Yeah.
God damn it! And we were gonna make up. Now it's off.
One of my most favorite things, and this is not going to be a stuttering John question, but it was back when they were all in Vegas. I think that was last year, this year.
What,
BC? You mean Atlantic City?
Atlantic City, sorry.
Yeah.
And John was up in his room with Dabbling Dan and Vince the lawyer and
cocaine. Sorry,
yeah,
go ahead.
some
Yeah,
other
lots
lady.
of cocaine.
Yeah.
And he had got photographs of your wife up,
Mm-hmm.
and weirdly, John's nose was really blocked, and he was talking about like this for some reason. It's his nose, and he was showing them these photographs of your wife, trying to get them to insult her, and Dabbling Dan was like, "She looks pretty fucking good to me," and stupid John went and picked like 3 or 4 of the best photographs of your wife that exist. It's like, well done, John. You really got the Shuli by having a bunch of your friends confirm that his wife's a good-looking woman.
Yeah, that wasn't Dabbling Dan, by the way. Shuli, you okay to correct him on who that was? His best friend from school?
Oh, Hitman Dan.
Hitman Dan, that's the one.
Hitman Dan, the Hitman.
There's a lot of Dans in this Dabbleverse, mate. Don't get confused.
Well, we concluded the other day that he's so fried that he just gives everybody the name Dan, so he doesn't have to remember new people's names.
Well,
that's my guess.
Well, you know what to say. All those Dans, they all are like, to me, just like a bunch of. So
nothing worse than being in a movie theater with a bunch of Dans. Am I right?
Oh my God!
Don't get me started.
But that was all a lead into this question by.
Wait, looks like I gotta move on to some new dick, huh?
Easy. Go ahead. What were you saying?
By JFK Head Chunk. Does your wife have any questions for Bob?
I have them written down in the statement. We're doing it on our show, though. I'm not giving this fuck any rub.
And here's another lovely one by Texas Bjorn Wrong for $5. Died for the $5. Be straight with us, Shuli. How long does Bob have left? How big is the tumor? We can take it.
If Bob had a tumor, it'd be a tier 3 show right now. Okay, Bob.
They wouldn't have let him go.
No,
you could milk that for a lot of money.
Oh my God! Telethons. You know how many
Yeah.
celebrities we'd get on as guests?
And when it goes in remission, you can have a show for that as well. It'd be great.
It'd be the documented oldest Make-A-Wish ever. What did you wish for? Carton of Marlboro Lights. All right.
Two smokes and a beach.